Hello and thank you for watching. My name is Rachel Barnett with Gentle Frog. I'm here to create videos for you to help you understand QuickBooks slightly better than you currently do. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, please put them in the chat box. Thank you.
Hi there. In this video, I want to give you a very brief explanation about the difference between classes and locations in QuickBooks Online. Let's start by going to the settings and make sure they're both enabled so that I can demo this. I'm going to click on the gear in the upper right hand corner. On the left hand side, I'm going to go to Account and Settings. I'm going to choose Advanced on the left. I'm going to come down to Categories, and I want to make sure that both track classes and track locations are turned on. They are turned on. If they're not turned on for you, you would click the pencil and then toggle them on. Let me go ahead and click Done in the lower right hand corner. So typically the things you're doing within QuickBooks is you're recording income and expenses. So we'll start with an income. We'll make an invoice. When I go to make an invoice, I can choose one location for the entire invoice. For all of the revenue or all of the money earned on the invoice, I can link it to a single location. However, if I wanted, I could put together different lines and I could say, okay, like some amount of service, we'll say $100 a service, and I can assign it to, in this case, we'll say rental one because I have that example in here, and then services, and then we'll say $200, and I can assign that to rental two. The difference between class and location, in a nutshell, is where you can assign the money. If I were to pull up a report based on this information, I can pull up a report that shows $300 assigned to location 1, or I can say $100 assigned to rental 1 and $200 assigned to rental 2. So let me illustrate this just a little bit further. We'll use Alvin to save. So that's an invoice. Let's look at an expense. Let's use Amazon. So office expense, location 1, and I'll do rental 1, and I'll do office expenses. And this, I think, is a more applicable situation. When you are tracking stuff for different situations, you're likely to pay Amazon or whatever one set of dollars, and you're going to want to say this goes to this and this goes to that. So I have location 1, rental 2, and they're all different numbers. So let me click Save and Close. So now this will make sense when you look at a report. So let's look at a profit and loss by class. When I look at the profit and loss by class, and I'll just make this all dates to grab everything that I've done, I can see my income and my expenses for my class that I called rental 1 and my class that I called rental 2. Let me pull up a profit and loss by location. Let me change this to all dates and run report. I can only see, in this case, location 1, because I only picked the one location. I know that I've kind of breezed through this without really explaining what's going on. Let me take a step back and just talk to you and I together, talking about your thing. You know what? I want to do this while showing you the profit and loss by class report, because I like this a lot, and I really feel like if you got a chance to see it, you might see your business in this report and you might see something you like. If you wanted to track the income and expenses for different locations or divisions or something within your business, you might find the profit and loss by class to be a really useful report. When I look at this, in this example, rental 1, I can see how much money was generated from rental property number 1 and what were my expenses to run rental property number 1. At the very bottom of my screen, I can see how profitable was rental property number 1. And then the same thing for rental property number 2. Even though they are, like if you have multiple rental properties, they are different locations. I use class for this so that I can differentiate things, because likely my deposit is all going to come at once. Especially if I use something like a property management company, they're just going to say, okay, here's all your rental income. And I need to differentiate between the two. If I were just tracking it by location, I would have a difficult time differentiating if there are multiple locations, either on an income record, such as a deposit, or multiple locations on an expense, such as a trip to Home Depot. Maybe you don't have rental property. Maybe you offer some sort of consulting services. Maybe you want to keep track of your private clients and your corporate clients, and to see which division is more profitable. In my case, I offer bookkeeping and training. Maybe I'd want to keep track of the revenue and expenses for the bookkeeping division of my business versus the training division of my business. I'm a very small business. I don't go through that much work. But you get the idea. I want you to think about, like, as you're going into the new year, whenever you're watching this video, if there was something that you might want to keep track of, something within your business that you said, I want to know if this is a good use of my time. Like, maybe you host events and you're like, okay, well, the annual gala and the annual like bingo event, how much money did it generate and how much money did it cost to put that on? These are all situations where keeping track of stuff by class would be really useful. I believe that there probably is a useful use case for keeping track of stuff by location. I'm not really sure what it is. So I can't give you examples for where that really shines. If you think it's something you're interested in, definitely Google, definitely watch videos. Very likely Hector Garcia has an amazing video that explains it. But this video is just to briefly show you the difference between the two and give you a use case for why I like profit and loss by class and how I use it for my clients when they want to see or learn a thing about their business. If this video has been helpful, that's fantastic. I'm thrilled. If my team and I can help you with anything, you can find us at gentlefrog.com. Thank you so much.